book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, beginning at verse 10. And it reads, A new heaven and earth. It says, But the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, will come as a thief in the night. Second Thessalonians chapter 2. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Kol Elohim Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders, to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners gathered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to the truth. To you, I say shalom. So, brother, yeah, what's up? Coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit, through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And this lesson is inspired based on the fact that I forgot I was watching. I put together a lesson because I forgot how I came across it. I know it's a spirit. You can't even remember how you did it. But coming to the fact of, DJ Trump wants to create like a golden dome to mimic the technology that the fake Jews, the Khazars have, to, like a missile deterrent system, pretty much a missile defense system called the Golden Dome, which pretty much is futile, it's false light, false hope. We know what the scriptures say about how this place is going to be annihilated, becoming a lake of fire or whatnot, but nonetheless, these devils, because the Lord pretty much, that's just the fear. That's one of the things that really make me fear the Lord, because the thing is this: you could be going off and don't think you're going off, So like with like the scriptures tell you that the king's heart is in the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So again, like they literally don't really think that what they got going on is futile. Like the Lord, pretty much, they nervous, but at the same time, think that they gonna be able to win and overcome. That's like probably a fucked up feeling, you know what I mean? It's kind of like when you don't think you going off and then get humbled. And we in a time of humbling, you know what I mean? I've been humbled in the truth and in the world, you know what I mean? To the point where the Lord humbled me to the point where he made me lay on the ground. I was listening to the brother from Boston, and he was like, the opinions of men. I remember brother of the Cap, when I was part of the Cap, said that one time we was talking, and he just knew my spirit. Because he was like, sometimes, you ain't got to always say something. You could just shut the fuck up and listen. You know what I mean? Like, every time, just because you may have, sometimes you don't need, you listening to somebody, that's the point. You listening. You ain't always got to throw your 2 cents in there. But, this is a deep thing, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we don't know if the Lord pleased with what we doing until the end. You know what I mean? But I was listening to, the brothers from, I believe they was from Memphis, because I watched the multitude of videos going into the ICBMs to come up with that lesson. And there was a few clips that I saved from the one particular brother. I can't remember that brother's name, but I met him. And he had said something, he was in the spirit. So I saved the clip, and I'm just thinking back to it now. I was looking for a lesson. So, Lord willingly, this is edifying. Because when you go into that word, what is this? Conversation.
Strong's G391. Anastrophe.
And it says manner of life, conduct, behavior, deportment. You know. Now the scriptures tell us how we supposed to walk in His truth, in His faith, in His brotherhood. You know. And you know, again, scriptures talk about not being offended in me. You know, for whatever reason why an individual gets offended for whatever, you know, you still supposed to hold fast to the truth. You know, scriptures say, "Can two walk together? At least they be agreed." So what we are in agreement in, and it's truth. But we are men in these defiled bodies, so we're gonna all go off. You know, and it's a multitude of ways that we go off. You know, Jake be thinking that Jake be proud and don't even realize that they proud. You know, to be proud that you're an Israelite, you know, that's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, you know, scriptures talk about it's no good thing that dwelleth in this flesh, you know. And we all know what pride leads to. The scriptures talk about pride. Well, shit, let me just get it. Pride leadeth to destruction, and the haughty spirit to a fall, roughly paraphrase. I might be butchering it. Told you my memory is garbage. A lot of drugs. But call Loyim Layab Washim Yashab because he still got me here. Hey, I was able to remember that. Pride, this book of Proverbs, this is the book of Proverbs. That's the spirit though. Proverbs 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Verse 19. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. You know. And I don't know if it'd be me or what, but I'll be just thinking about certain things, and you know, and that's all the spirit. One man can do this and get away with it while you do it and don't. You know what I mean? Like that's all the will of Yahweh shot. But you know, the Lord got a way of preserving certain shit too. You know, the scriptures talk about. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna get this because we basically the Lord likened this truth and our walk in this truth to a race. You know. It says in the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1, it says the scripture that often inspires the phrase run your race is Hebrews 12, which encourages believers to persevere in their faith, laying aside hindrances and fixing their eyes on Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So we all have our particular walk. What worked for one man in the truth might not work for another man, you know. And I could give a fuck less about what a bitch think in the truth because I've had to give up a bitch. I got daughters and I love women. I love my daughters, you know. But at the same time, I see the wickedness of a woman on these little girls. See how if it ain't about me giving them my attention, how they can, you know what I mean? I just see it. So just imagine compounding to a grown ass woman. You know, so again, I'm not tripping on the fact of, you know, and ultimately everything's the will of the Lord. You know, I mean, again, I've learned to look past and go beyond certain shit. You know what I mean? I truly wholeheartedly believe the Lord did certain things, even with my current situation, because a lot of things is being exposed, and a lot of things is being going on behind the scenes. You know, it's things being that Jake be moving his mouth too much, where I don't speak on. I mean, I see things moving behind the scenes. I know people being watched. Maybe that's why the Lord, you know, did what he did. Because there's too many little coincidences and shit going on. You know, I go on Facebook and it's Jakes that ain't even in the state that they got in mind. Do you know? You may know this person. You get what I'm saying? In my feed on Facebook. But like I said again, I think about what a particular you know, that's in the scriptures. What's that? Philippians chapter 2? You know, I've read it a couple times, you know what I mean? What you into is what you into. You know, the walk that we're walking is supposed to be in meekness. You know, I'm not saying, you know, meekness doesn't mean you a sucker or soft, or, you know what I mean? It means that literally you obedient. You know what I mean? You lack the pride, you know? But anyhow, Salakia, for the rant. I want to play this. Fair use, like I said. Because when you take the time to look back and really meditate on what we're witnessing, the Lord allowing all the believers, because if you are a true believer and you rooted, you can see what's going on. You realize that you can't fucking save yourself. No matter how many muscles you got, ain't gonna deflect no fucking missile. You know what I mean? You know, like, come on, like, Jake funny as fuck for real. Bear with me.
Be dissolved. Everything around you that you see is going to be dissolved here. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So, yeah, Con is asking, so what kind of person are you going to, act like, knowing this? It says in all holy conversation and holiness, man. Being upright, fearing the Most High, coming back to His commandments, coming back to this.
God, so, and the thing is, like I say, again, I understand the mentality, like that's a soldier's mentality, finish the course. I'm not saying you're supposed to worship no fucking woman, you know what I mean? Again, I don't even literally, I only take care of my children. I'm not, really raising my kids. I take care of them because I don't get the chance to spend no time with them or nothing like that. Most of my time, do you understand that I do all this by myself? Even when I was amongst brothers weren't fucking helping me. Brothers, you know what I mean? So everybody got something to say, but don't even know the particulars about situations. And that's what I mean about Jake should, just go ahead and be quiet sometimes. Don't even know, the ins and outs or the particulars or something, but got something to say. Don't even know what the fuck you really talking about. And, the thing is, I'm not in an order now. I'm outside, remember? What's that shit? Profane outside the temple. But I'm in the temple because the spirit's still dealing. So, and I pray the Lord never take the spirit away from me. Or if he do, just take me out. Because you couldn't imagine what the kind of feeling this is. The reason why I left is because the simple fact is, I know I would have probably turned into a demon in the camp and then I'd have got judged. Because can you imagine that you're not wrong, but yet and still what can you do about it?
Israelite culture. That's how you're supposed to conduct yourself. Not in that YOLO spirit that this Western society.
And that's why I fear the Lord, because I have enough spirituality to know the Lord allowed that shit to happen. So I don't know what the Lord's gonna do, but I know that in the midst of that, somebody was gonna get judged, probably killed, and I didn't want it to be me. See, the thing is this: by me, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? So I can literally say I got, it's spiritual too, because I just saw a brother recently, and as many times I jumped on a comment board and got ignored, and you know what I mean, and brothers say me. It's only a couple brothers that literally still say Shalom, brother, although I'm doing the work. I saw a brother though, and that brother saluted me and everything, and that made me feel good. And I told him just like this. I said, tell the brothers that still say Shalom, Shalom. Now, what kind of shit is that? Oh my God, we need deliverance, Jake. Don't you get that? And you hear these proud, ain't nothing wrong with confidence, right? And faith. And, again, being confident in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. The Lord love that. But I listen too. I'm not no child. I'm fucking 40-something years old. I'm just blindly following some shit. Come on, man. Like I said, yeah. And the thing is, I never bucked up to this being the truth. You can't never imagine. I ain't gonna say the proud statement like that guy that got humble. Let me rephrase. But I ain't got no skeletons like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no weirdo. Like, the fuck? I'm a simple guy. I'll pay for the pussy before, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. And I ain't even had to pay for no pussy. See, the thing is, I didn't have to pay. I mean, and I don't have to explain shit to nobody, but the thing is, I didn't have to pay for no pussy. I did it because, again, like, I don't even want to talk to you, bitch. I just want the pussy, you know what I'm saying? So this way, you know, I get what I want and boom. And then, like I said, the elder literally, baby, feels some kind of way. He's like, that's like fucking with a used garbage can with the juices. You know, like, I was like, ugh, you know, like, that shit fucked my mind up. You know what I mean? You know, but at the same time, when you think about it, all these women are harlots anyway. If you was to sit back and think about a woman that tells you she only dealt with 3 dudes and then this bitch and dealt with 35 dudes. So, I mean, you know, that's how, look at what the Lord did to us. You know, I was listening to the beloved elder. He was going into that. We're going to get fresh girls, fresh women, brand new, sticking your key in the ignition. The first one, a brand new car. He used the analogy just like that. I could relate completely to all that. But pride is the reason why we got in this situation. And again, like I said, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but nobody give a fuck when they offend nobody else, huh? That's why I can't worry about no another man walk. You know what I mean? I mean, you sit back and really take time to think about this. Like, this, you know how cold this is? And I can see why everybody's sitting back letting the Lord do this. Because it probably ain't too many situations like this in Israel. But again, I know the Lord. I trust in the Lord that much. You know what I mean? Like, you can't imagine how difficult this is. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I don't have no ill will against no brother. And I've been left for dead, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, left for dead. But you telling me you really gonna be willing to die? Maybe you'll die for him, but not me. So why the fuck would I be around you? So, Lockie, and that's my little rant. Now I'm gonna just come with these scriptures.
Solutions, all right? Hey, when you read about righteous men, whenever they're put it in the furnace of adversity, they called on the Most High.
Because at the end of the day, that's all you really truly have in his walk. And what made me realize that was when I was sitting back meditating on Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was around a brotherhood, but then at the end of the day, when he had to go through his trial, what did he have to do? He had to suffer that alone. His brothers fell asleep on him at the time when he needed them the most. So I'm not telling nobody to walk my walk, you know what I mean? Because every man's lot is personally designed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You got men that think they're going to be around brothers and fuck around. And, you know, what really, I was thinking one day meditating, I said, damn, I could be in the camp and the way that Jake Lightweight did with me, I could literally have all these kids and be stuck and still die, you know what I mean, in the camp. I remember the elder brother, the head, was speaking on the fact that he had a dream, which I ain't gonna say was a vision, he had a dream, and he said Jake was around brothers and Jake died.
Kept that righteous spirit. They were like, all right, well, so what? I'm gonna die. Might as well, eat whatever I want and do whatever I want. You know, like it shows on that movie Titanic, whenever the ship was sinking, shall be designed.
And the ship is sinking, and a man of integrity, once you came into this thing, you pretty much is gonna hold fast to the truth. You know, I mean, man, I watched pretty much leave the camp for whatever reason, and I watched a man get offended over the hair situation. I got offended because I say, nigga, you don't want to cut your hair. But yet still, I might have to lose a kid. Fuck out of here. And Jay got offended at me. You know, it's an old saying I've been heard, what you eat don't make me shit. And damn sure your opinion don't sway me like that. Like if that's the case, I would either have more or less. Fuck. I've been growing up with you thinking I ain't got shit, or you know what I'm saying? I walk around with these old ass bummy shoes and got brand new shoes in the house. I don't give a fuck what you think. I give a fuck what Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua think. And you need to give a fuck about what Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua think. And some jakes move like that. But at the end of the day, just remember, hopefully we all hoping that our sacrifice is worthy. The scriptures tell us how we supposed to walk in this thing for real. This book of Colossians chapter 3. Starting at verse 12, and it reads, put on therefore as the elect. Well, let me read it in the NLT. Colossians 3 and verse 12. Since the Most High chose you to be holy people he loves, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience. You know, and I believe a lot of brothers is long-suffering. You got brothers that's been in this truth, for, 15 years, you know what I mean? And we all going through shit. Some, like Jake said, more boisterous than others. That's where the brotherhood come to play, right? Because if I'm going through something and I'm your brother, then you should be able to. I remember hearing Jake say, shit, I can't listen to that. I'm going through my own shit. But sticks and musty. I'm not saying no. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is you got to think about this is truly a reality stone for real. I like to even, like this the reality, the red pill. You know what I mean? This is the truth. And nobody ever said it was going to be, sweet. I remember when I had that vision of that angel, and I can't recall everything was being said, but, now that I think about it back in the spirit, he never promised it was going to be easy. And I couldn't even look at the angel. My hair was completely bald. So just imagine if it was Yahushua. And like I said, I know it wasn't Yahushua because he had dark hair like me. Yahushua got, white hair. It says, make allowance for each other's faults. That's what we're supposed to be forgiven. I'm not saying I couldn't forgive. All I'm saying is at that time, I was so angry because I'm like, damn, for real? Because it's easy to say how it should have went until it's you. We in these emotional bodies and whatnot. And then who's to say? I just do know this. As much as was going on and how emotional I was, I do recall and remember a lot of stuff that was going on. And a lot of them spirits jumped off. And I know I'm not tripping because the brother said the same thing. He said spirits involved with this. And I was like, I recognize that too. It was like we was the only two that paid attention to that though. But at the same time, who's the father of spirits? I can see one situation, but three individuals that's supposed to be your brother, and they literally just, and come on, I laid on the ground. You really think I give a fuck of what Jake say? But then once you saying certain shit, then, I remember Jake say, oh yeah, that's kind of soft. You get offended about something somebody say. Yet and still, this same person that got something to say had a hand out asking you for something though. Like a fucking kid, right? That ain't offensive though, huh? You got grown men acting like they spending their money like you getting allowance with everybody taking a beating. Grow the fuck up. Are you telling everybody grow up? And then these supposed to be men on a level though. These supposed to be men that you supposed to be highly revered and you supposed to, first of all, we ain't supposed to worship nobody. Again, it's funny. It's supposed to be order, but when it came to me, it wasn't no order. Oh yeah, you trying to lord over somebody, but then I supposed to be in order. Huh? Again, I don't even, I'm trying to figure out why is it still just like, and the funny part is I keep on coming across these videos, like the spirit purposely doing it. That's funny, but not funny, man. I will stop even just saying anything, just do the video, get in and get out, because it's too much going on. I don't want the Lord to fuck me up. I know the fear of the Lord. The Lord had me homeless for 4 years. And 4 was mercy when he let me get up. Call Lord Yahweh because I didn't do that. I remember when the Lord wouldn't even let me get a job. Since the Most High chose you to be holy people he loves, you must clothe yourself with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. You know, scriptures talk about forgiving your brother 7 times 70. How many of y'all can really say that y'all have done that? I can say I've done that. Because again, I've never really missed any men. I'm talking about my blood family to the point where I miss brothers. And I just told that brother that. I said, I miss y'all, man. But again, that kind of fucked my head because the crazy part is I had just deleted his number, right? Like 2 days prior. I tried to send him something and he didn't respond. So I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, boom. So I deleted the number. It just so happened when the Passover ended, me and him ended up in the same spot. I can't make it up. I was like, damn, the Lord cold, ain't he? And I needed that lightweight. You know? But I also realized that I probably won't be getting back in the camp because I got a different walk. And I realized that. I watch certain brothers use certain images. And if you really must know, the image of the guy when they coming into the house while he reading the Bible, when I had hair, that could be a spitting image of me. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua forgave you, so you must forgive others. Right. You want forgiveness, but you don't want to forgive. We all seeking forgiveness because we all worthy of death. Verse 14, above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds us all together in perfect harmony. So, which goes into charity. You know, we supposed to love one another. And the particular brother used to always say that. You know, you say how he might not like every brother, but he'll die and love every brother, and he'll die for every brother. And that's a cold statement to state. You know, the scriptures talk about be careful what you say, because the Lord will put you to the test on certain things. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't pass the test. But what I'm saying is you got to, like every idle word, like everything we say, I've literally said some stuff and 2 minutes later, the Lord put me in a position that I've said. I said, damn. You know, it make you think about like Mike Epps. Mike Epps made a comedy show one time and he was like how, you know, the Lord paid him back quickly. It makes you think about Ecclesiastes, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. He said he'll steal something and did. Next thing you know, his keys, he'll lose his keys to his car or some shit like that. The Lord paid him back that quick because you know you shouldn't be stealing. So, you know, again, you never know what he go through because he know what he probably really, if his relationship with the Lord is like that for real, then that's scary because the Lord gave you, you know, he did like Satan lifting him up, showing him the world. You could have this, but you really supposed to be walking in meekness and serving the Lord. The scriptures tell you that in the book of Ecclesiastes. And it ain't about how much iron you pump and all that. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, like I said, the scriptures say bodily exercise profiteth little, but it does profit it. You know, and that do go all into discipline. You know, like absolutely right. I remember Jake sat up there and thought that I didn't do no working out until, you know, Jake said, no, he come and work out with me. And I was like, you feel stupid, don't you? You know what I mean? And I didn't mean to do it like that, but that was the spirit jumped on me to say it like that. Because you in a position looking lofty and shit, don't even know what you're talking about. You'd be surprised I just look like this, and that's not being proud. Not saying that the Lord, you know what I mean, again, the Lord can humble anybody. Look at David. David was humbled. You better take in mind these different accounts. Like I said, yeah, I'm used to being able to do this and do. I remember a brother told me recently, right before the last brother I was, well, that wasn't the last brother, but it was a brother I was with, and he was talking about how the Lord was humbling him. He said he ain't never had to come to the camp to get a car. You know, brothers had to piece up on getting a car. You don't think I realize what situation I'm in? But you're going to also see in the midst of this who really brothers and who ain't. You know, it's deep. You know what I mean? Like, Lord literally got a bunch of men that all being brotherly, but everybody amongst them, that's why they make the statement is every brother ain't a brother. Verse 15, and let the peace that comes from Mashiach rule in your heart. And right now, I'm at peace. You know, again, as lonely as I am, I'm not alone. Or is it the other way around? I'm alone but not lonely. Either way, I phrase that I'm not completely alone because I got Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And I can feel the spirit when I listen to the brothers' epistles. And I hear brothers, you know, speaking. I don't know why the Lord did this like this. I can bring up some stuff that, like I said again, I know I seen and brothers was around, but did you see what I saw? And let the peace that comes from Mashiach rule in your hearts, for as members of one body you are called to live in peace and always be thankful. We're one body because of the doctrine. You know, we all come from different background. And again, the thing is, I was listening to the elder talking about those garments, you know, one of a kind garment. No, we all got different garments because we all got different kind of spirits. You know, we all in the same spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but we all got different spirits. That's why we all got different likes, dislikes. Certain brothers like this, some brothers like that. Everything's supposed to be done to the edification of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I mean, like I said again, do you see what the fuck about to happen? Jake talking about this and talking about that. Talking about all this inconsequential shit. It's the book of James. Chapter 4. This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Verse 6. But he gives us even more grace to stand against such evil desires. As the scriptures say, the Most High opposes the proud, but favors the humble. You know. If you're going to be prided, what did Paul say? If you're going to boast in anything, bear with me for a second. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 17, and it reads, if, as the scriptures say, if you want to boast, boast only about the Lord. Verse 18, when people commend themselves, it doesn't count for much. The important thing is for the Lord to commend them. So, you know what I mean? Again, you know, and I often, I mean, I ain't gonna say often, but I catch myself doing it, and I can see why Jay get offended. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you know, who are we? I was just listening to the brother from North Carolina going into that. You know what I mean? The end sample was Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai could have called angels. Yahweh Shai was walking around healing people. Yahweh Shai, we don't even give the best fucking advice all the time. What you talking about? Because what worked for you might not necessarily work for me. Now, the thing is, you know, I don't hold nobody accountable to something because at the end of the day, we all grown ass men, right? You know, like, you know, so like I said, if you told somebody something, they chose to apply that and that, you know, changed their situation for the best or for the worst, that was on them. But at the same time, you know, it's motel shit for real. And the thing is, what really got me offended is because that shit affected my house. You created this baby fucking Godzilla, this, what is that, a prodigy? A big head motherfucking prodigy. So like I said again, at the end of the day, we all as men can speak on this and that and how we feel and what we think. At the end of the day, we need to worry about if our sacrifices are pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's what I give a fuck about. I can care less what a man that put on his pants like me. Yeah, you might do more push-ups or you know, you might be able to lift more weight, but Yeah, fuck, we both. Fuck, we both ain't got no power. We both in hell. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna end the lesson there. Like I said again, you're gonna boast in something. Let's all boast in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Maybe you'll come back quicker, sooner, Lord willingly. So I'm gonna end the lesson there. You're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian. I want to give all praise. Well, Salakia, let me end it. Let me go back to 2 Peter. This is 2 Peter chapter 10 and verse 11 again. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. We all know the truth to the point that is nothing going to be left here, you know. If you get caught in that nuclear blast, the muscles ain't going to be here. you know, the fucking trade and none of that shit going to matter. None of that's going to matter in the day anyway. I heard a very wise man that I respect a lot say that shit, you know, as much as I know, I don't put trust in that shit. You know, I had a gang of silver, and I'm thinking when I'm going through it, I'm gonna be able to re-up the shit because of the income taxes. And the craziest part is, which I laugh at still to this day, the Lord's so funny. I'm up here talking about we might not get them income taxes. We might not get them income taxes. And I didn't get mine. The Lord be having me prophesy shit that's gonna happen to me. Go figure that. And I ain't mad at all. Call lawyer Mlaya Hawbashim Yahushai. Because guess what? This is suffering now. The difference now from when I was going through shit and then I will be, but now I'm like, okay, Khan, through water, Yahbashim Yahushai. Because we got more to come. I'm not in a position where like literally, you know, I got men up under me. So maybe, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, when you got other people watching you, yeah. My brother would tell me that. And like I say again, it ain't because I'm by my brother now. Oh, you know, brother said something when I was bumping heads with the little young whippersnapper. And, you know what I mean? And he was like, you know, younger brothers never listen to older brothers. And I thought about it and it cut because I was like, damn, he right, because I never listened to my older brother. The things that I speak on my older brother now is things that he had been said that I never applied or really didn't pay attention to because I thought I knew every fucking thing. If I actually would have been utilizing the shit, maybe I would have been more advanced than what I could have been. But, you know, but he used to say shit like, you got people watching, if the niggas in your neighborhood watching you. The same niggas that sitting up there waving, just like in the truth. You know what I mean? You don't think I know I'm being scope-paid? I'm done with my rant though. Again, like I say, again, we all need to be humble because the Lord is humbling shit. And I mean, you know, I take the humbling, you know what I mean? Or some like, you know, because again, Jay could say some shit that cut me. I had to go do a video about Yahweh Shai because of some stuff I said about my personal testimony. So I'm like, damn, you know, because at the end of the day, everything I got through was because of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We all gonna understand how much of importance Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is in the day when they cut these fucking services and shit. Man, this shit about to be just, man, and certain Jake is actually aware of certain shit. You got men in the truth that ain't never seen shit. They ain't never really experienced nothing. I remember Jake almost got killed. Everybody forgot about that shit. I'm about to be a weirdo, no homo though. Cause I'm looking out for this man's well-being. But you talking about don't leave the brotherhood. You don't even know that I ain't no fucking faggot, man. And that made me question too, is we swallow the same spirit. You can't tell I ain't no fucking faggot. I'm gonna say it just like that. I don't give a fuck. It's to the point they already watching what the brother say. He say shit. He said, gotta look clean for them. They already watching. So again, like I said, you know, I don't know what to call this lesson. Probably just various topics or some shit like that. You know, this is a rant slash, You know what I mean? Because I keep on just running to these videos. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, why the Lord keep doing this? Maybe so I can respond. I don't know. Again, I know I can't do nothing without Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And I know I'm going to need a savior. I know I ain't guaranteed to get on the chariot. I just had a dream over Passover. I ate some leaven. The only thing that made me kind of feel better was I spit the shit out. So if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of your power, whose true name in the Paleo-Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. And with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rachagodash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aqua, thought they're listening and learning. Lord, willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time, Lord, willingly, shalom, shalom. Kwame Asherallah, Mawat Lababal.